We'll put them on.
I can make a boogie talk.
What's up, everybody? It's your girl, D. Scott. And there she goes laughing at me. And we didn't even get 2 minutes into the segment.
It's Melinda Santiago, Dawn Scott. We have great special guests today. We got Core DJ Hershey. Are you still at the radio station? Oh, okay.
That's another conversation.
And we have Ursula Esquire, the best attorney, entertainment attorney in Atlanta.
Yeah.
I try not to.
Oh, listen, I don't like it.
And it's
I try not to do
hard.
with my family either.
And it's hard because she's a sexy attorney.
Oh, yes, I am.
You know what I mean? Like, okay, claim it.
It actually works for your benefit sometimes.
It does. Claim it.
Hello.
Claim the sexiness.
I claim, yes.
Listen, get her.
Look at that.
And for $15.99 a minute, you too can have a conversation with Ursula. Yes.
Plus shipping and handling.
Times is hard, so I gotta start pimping my friends.
Yeah, because I'm tired of her pimping me, so somebody else got to
Well,
take
you
it
used
over.
up now.
Oh, the reason why we're here, we get
It
it.
said used up. Oh, okay.
No.
I didn't know I was being pimped out.
You tried every bit of it.
All right, listen. So tonight's conversation is about men and women falling in love. Statistically, they say men fall in love faster than women.
So what category do I fit in? Because you call me a man.
You're a hermaphrodite.
Oh, no. Oh, no. No, that's not her. My mama watches this show.
Diane, you know what you did.
She chose.
Listen, next week y'all will not see
So,
me.
That's that Diane movie.
next week, so.
Dirty Diana. Oh.
Next week, Melinda will not be here because she will be on vacation.
Oh, you lucky. We'll be on vacation, so we do need a co-host next
I got
week.
that covered already.
Oh, really? Oh, wow.
Be it for me to be a partner.
You told me to cover it. Bitch, I covered it.
Listen. So tonight's conversation, tonight's play is, do men fall in love faster than women? Because according to doctors and statistics, 8.2 seconds it takes a man to fall in love with a woman. Hershey, what say you?
We're talking about on Earth.
Not the planet Nano.
Yes.
What is it?
Because you know God's timing is totally different.
I don't know what I'm doing. I was like this, nano.
Hershey's into this God thing all of a sudden. I love God. God knows my heart. But he
up,
just
Jay-Z?
like it's all in
That's
God.
what all the sinners say is God knows my
So
heart.
what is it?
It ain't 8 point what seconds?
8.2.
Nah, it ain't no 8.2
So you
for
telling
me.
the doctors they wrong?
Yes.
I am too.
Who is this?
I agree.
Doctor who?
Dr. Oz.
Kevorkian?
But then they say women take 15 days to fall in love? Because we're skeptical, we're going through all the motions, we're trying to see if it's real or not. Do you have a whole woman at the crib? Do you got how many kids?
So
Yeah.
no. So the thing is, I can only base this on my experience in dating, because last time I checked, or the few that I have dated at the same time,
preface that with
I
few.
couldn't
At
go
the same
to. No. I only date one woman. I court to find out who I'm dating.
Because you are old.
Oh, so he said court.
you
He said court. Ain't that
So
cute?
let's get that.
He just did it. He
That's
just
all right.
did it.
That's all right. But I'm just saying, the whole thing is last time
LaBelle.
I checked,
Hey, Todd.
couldn't get too
Hi,
far after going anywhere in a relationship after you kind of say, you know what, let's figure this out. I'm still trying to figure it out.
You have figured it out yet?
No, I figured it out now, but I'm just saying it takes longer than 8.2
Kiki,
seconds.
Do you love me? Do
He
you
ride for me. Stay for me.
Do you something be beside me?
Never leave me.
Never leave me.
Beside me.
Hold on.
Cause I want you.
She did a whole nother dance. She did a whole nother dance, and I understand why he's doing what he's doing, because her dance was a lot better than yours. It was. Yours. Your dance was a lot better than what they was doing over here. So I see why you're focused where you're focused. I mean, I'm just saying. Matter of fact, let me
Dario.
see. What are you doing after the
Cut
show?
her
I need to
mic off.
learn to move.
Cut her mic off. There we go. I'm training at the gym. Show you something.
Oh, they get it.
Okay, no, so you don't agree with the 8.2?
No,
I would say that
not
the
at all.
guy says they know who they want immediately.
I do.
No, we know where our interests are, but it takes time to figure out who that person is. Not no 8.2 seconds. You can learn a lot in 8.2 seconds, but just saying. See?
It's never your fault,
So
huh?
do you not think that when men fall in love and they give it all and they get hurt, because they always say men fall in love maybe 2 times in their entire life.
See, I read an article today that says you find 3.
2. But it could be 3.
They said it's 3. You find
And see-
your first love, and this is when you're
I heard
in your,
that's the
your
one.
teens,
It did say 3.
your teens, when you're in high school and stuff like that, where you're just figuring it out. Your second one, when you're in your mid-20s and stuff like that, where you think you know what love is, and that's when you
Right.
you go through all the headaches, and your last one, which is the one that you are supposed to have gone through everything to evolve to be with.
The to the
Yeah.
I. What I
don't
said
know.
earlier, right?
My thing is I don't generalize everybody, because everybody has their own different experiences,
That can right
and so that one right there.
That right there.
So that way,
Yes.
because everybody's got their own experiences, so some may mature quicker than others, and some people just on the same immature level forever in life. So the thing is, where your focus is, you might experience, and I would rather not experience things that I know that hurt. I avoid. I will not run into the fire. If I see it coming, I'm turning left.
So you're saying that you've never looked at a woman in like within 8.2 seconds, 5, 12, whatever. You've never said you've never said
13,
that.
gotta carry
20.
the
You knew that you were in love. You were in love.
I did.
No. I would never say I'm in love. I'll say she's cute.
Okay.
And then I will be interested, but I will
Is it
never put,
attraction?
yes, definitely attraction, because that's the first, that's
Right,
your
right,
first.
right.
So-
Y'all are visual creatures.
Everybody's visual.
So is the myth then not true that a man knows immediately?
So let's start with the definition of a man.
Ooh,
Oh.
break it down so
Okay.
it
Well,
can
that
never be broken.
okay. That's
Because, we have totally different definitions
Hold
here.
that thought. 770-366-1272. If you want to challenge this theory of
You want to call in and chime in?
I got my
and,
sneakers
get
on.
your
I'm ready for this
definition heard.
challenge.
he needs some help, y'all. He the only man.
I'm good.
He got Jesus.
Y'all need Jesus. I'm good.
go ahead with your definition.
I'm sorry, Dario.
You was right.
I was right. I was like,
Because he was the one at the chip that was on my
127.
shoulder, my back all day.
Yeah, go ahead. Go with your go ahead, man.
So, again, like you said, I'm old school. Definition of a man, I've been focused from teenage. I know what I want to do, what I would like to accomplish, and who I would like to be with. So my ideal of a woman has never changed. Unfortunately, I haven't experienced it until now. So
let me ask you this: since your idea never changed, did it refine with every relationship you were in?
I've been the same.
Real smart right there.
She does.
High five.
Don did research. You is kind. You is beautiful.
I mean, if anything, it just made me realize what my original thoughts was. Yes, I would not like to deal with these type of issues. I didn't want to go through them, but did it refine me? Yes. I'm a little bit above and beyond more patient than the average man. Ursula can console sign. Ursula can
I
console
get
sign.
that because I'm super patient.
Oh Lord, I am not.
I'm
not.
patient to where people are mistaken
not.
for passiveness and
Yes,
for weak, and I'm
exactly.
like, no, I'm very more disciplined than a lot more folks.
Exactly. And they get that confused. So
They do.
don't take the patience for weakness. Because my thing is, and you ladies have said it earlier. Once I'm done, I'm done.
Right.
But you would have had 6 years to get it together, and if it didn't work, then
Ursula, what about you? Do you think men fall in love quicker than women?
I don't. Generally, I'm gonna say no. Okay, but again, like Hershey said, I think it depends on the man
Yep.
and where he is in his life. And I'll say that. And I'll say that.
That camera.
I thought.
He was
and
pointing to
where he
Jesus.
is in that life, where he is in his life.
Right.
So I'm gonna say no because, and I say that because, like with my husband, I knew that he loved me from day one.
He did.
And I knew it.
He did.
But where he was in his life was that he was really into wanting to be married, have a family, and so I was what he wanted and was looking for.
So let me ask you this, because this is what I've been told too. Do you love your husband more, or does your husband love you more?
And I'll be all honest because I know he probably gonna be watching. is that he actually loves me more?
I heard you're supposed to be with somebody that loves you more than you love them.
Well,
Diane.
Actually, that's where I heard it from.
Oh, her daddy.
Correction.
That's what.
yeah, and he and like I said, he does. But that, and just for clarification, it doesn't minimize how much I.
No,
you know.
it doesn't mean. But you know,
Well, just lay it up.
I don't think.
Disclaimer.
First of all.
minimize
I think
my love
But yeah.
for my man.
I think it's very, very, not very often that you'll find two people on the same page in a relationship.
Right.
You're not
Somebody's
supposed to be.
Always going to be right.
You're not supposed
So there's always going to be a point.
Can we
when,
share that though? You take control for the first 6 months, and I control the next 6 months.
And it's cyclical.
Can we do that?
And like, cause we've been married going on 8 years in September, so it's cyclical. So sometimes he'll.
She was a school word.
I was about to say that.
Cyclical.
She
Right.
Could you please Google that, please?
Somebody walk out.
Spell it, Hirsch.
Google,
No.
Google.
Cyclical means it's up and down and
Right. It takes like so. Sometimes he'll be that person leading.
Hello, you smart today. Okay, so today.
They working off the script. They looked up these
Hold on.
words.
Today's Shay Day. Right.
Oh, listen.
Throwback.
Palm trees are us.
Right.
Why did I
Let's
tell
shout
you to
out
stay off
to
my
Facebook, to our LaBelle, to our Michael Douglas, Todd, David, Shelton, Liz, my sister, Reese McKinley, thank you for checking it out of Chicago, Fred, Theory, Nisha Bellinger, Larry Tharp, Main Event, and Carol Ward. Oh, shoot, Marcus, Damien, Isaac, Ken, Terry, Marlise.
Okay, we got the men showing up. The men showing
Let's
up.
go. We got a lot of men showing up. So this is your topic, guys. Call in 770-366-1272. Last week we had our lines just going crazy over our topic. So again, now.
So let's talk about the levels to this ish. Okay.
You can cuss, it's a podcast.
Well, no, I'm trying to stop in my
He
life.
got Jesus.
I'm trying to stop.
I think Jesus said a couple of cuss words in his day.
Jesus didn't have to cuss.
He had enough. You see what I'm saying? When they turned his ass in, he said, "Y'all mother suckers shit." I'm telling y'all, he did.
I'm telling you,
But he said,
God
"Watch
is
this."
up there chilling. God's up there chilling. Like, y'all doing too much down there. That's
So-
all I ask you, don't kill, don't lie, don't cheat, don't manipulate, don't do nothing. Don't be vindictive, don't be ugly.
Don't you sleep with
Love.
nobody
It's
else.
actually
He didn't
very
say-
simple.
He didn't say you can't cuss. He said
Oh,
you
why?
can't wear holy jeans.
Well, we all
Wine into
know.
water. He did a lot of things.
Well, he kept the party going.
He did. That's why I said.
There's nothing wrong with
That's
that,
why
but
I said
everything
he
should be in moderation.
That's why I said he cussed.
women
Yes.
in moderation. Go ahead now, break
Well,
it down.
I mean-
So the breakdown here. So we talking about lust, like, love, and in love.
Absolutely.
Okay, there's different levels.
Absolutely.
Absolutely.
So
know
lust
that more
has
than
nothing
anything.
to do but the obvious.
Right.
You look good. Wonder what you look
Stop
without your
looking like that,
clothes
Hershey
on. I'm
girl.
just saying.
Don't get busted up before you get.
She do that to me. Yeah, I'm just saying. Hey,
Well,
you
shit,
know.
that's what you say.
So look.
Remember me? I was the background singer when you was doing.
She was.
this shit.
She was. That's the next
Go ahead,
episode,
no
new edition.
disrespect. Go ahead,
So
Hershey.
everybody got
Lust.
X-ray eyes at lust,
Right.
Right? You know, it don't matter what you have on; they always sizing you up. This is men and women.
Oh yeah, you're right about
Okay.
that.
I'll size you up quick.
Now the only difference is our barbershop talk and y'all are different.
No, they're not.
No. The topics are the same.
No, I've
They're
heard some
different.
barbershop talk, and y'all scandalous. Y'all nasty. Y'all,
Yeah,
know,
y'all get just as
Let me say
dirty
this.
as we do.
Let me say this. I grew up in a house full of boys. So I have the best of both worlds. They're really, really not. We just are more, y'all are more graphic.
That's why I said they're different. I didn't say that the content was not the
Oh,
same.
excuse us. We spoke
The
prematurely.
presentation.
Yeah.
Of it all.
I'll say that. You guys are more graphic. The girls are more detailed.
Yeah. See, a dude can look at a dude and be like, "Did you?" Mm-hmm.
Did you
That
get
was
in
it.
there?
He got the draws down.
Exactly. So now like is the next level. So it's like, okay, there is obviously something else there other than you look good. But I'm curious to find that out.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay. Now once you find out that okay, that matches, then the love come
Okay.
to try to build. Now,
Okay.
in love is when you all in, marriage,
Right.
kids, property, stocks,
Building.
all of that stuff. You're building because now you know you got that partner that is there with you.
Right.
We're not worried about if this don't work.
Don't touch me.
I ain't gonna get my money back.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So I'm
Now-
just
Wait a
saying.
minute, how we get on the subject of money? He's getting his money back.
Right.
She want a refund for that.
Which is a great.
I mean, because in most
But
cases,
which
It's
is
an
a great.
investment.
it's an investment.
It's an investment.
I shouldn't have
Relationships are an
to. I shouldn't have to lose out because the relationship.
Which is a
But,
great.
but you invested that. You know when you buy. I mean, come on now. You just
Just keep
okay.
back
Okay.
in there.
Okay.
No,
Okay.
go ahead.
But no, I'm
Yeah,
just
this is the
saying.
attorney talking
You're
about
talking about
it's
an investment. Yeah, she is an investment. And so if it doesn't work out, you want your money back.
not she. The relationship.
If the relationship don't work out, you want it back.
No, I'm talking about the stuff that we have built together. The
The
thing is, it's
property,
like
the
because
houses.
we spent, let's say, we spent 4 years together. We married,
Right.
got kids, a house, 6 cars, whatever. I should not have to worry about. You know what? I ain't got a place to live. I ain't got no car.
Okay,
Making
I
all the money
misunderstood
that I
your
put
comment.
into this.
Okay, I agree with that. There should
Yes.
be an equitable division. Yes. Now you
Yes.
and others better have a little word.
Can I get that prenup in writing, please?
Girl,
And
Talk
it's
to
a,
me, I
and
got
it's a
you.
shame that we have to have something like
That's
that.
know.
my attorney.
And you, I mean,
Mine too.
I agree with you. I agree.
safe.
I agree that every role should be analyzed. You know, if you're married, not living together, not shacking up.
Yeah.
If you're
Not
married,
common law?
Georgia doesn't recognize
They
common
don't
law
do.
anymore.
They don't do that.
Can you say that
Now,
one
the funny
more time?
part
Georgia
is,
does not recognize common law, and I
funny
believe
part
it's been
is,
since
somebody tried to bring that up to
1991.
me. I said no. Ursula said didn't. And she's my attorney.
Call my
Keep it real. Keep it real. I said it.
Me and my attorney are tight.
Right. We tight. We tight.
She gonna keep me right.
I know the Lord. She gonna keep me advised.
Saying.
But no, yeah, I think
All you
that
need is Jesus and
you
the attorney.
they should look at it. If the wife does nothing but raise the children, it should be taken consideration.
Hashtag.
What?
I'm sorry. An
That's
attorney.
it.
Jesus and an attorney.
Yep.
Hashtag.
We get another one. I'm
Oh,
sorry.
just because y'all want to take it, we got that. Don't worry
See,
about it.
I told you she got me. I'm just
If
saying.
y'all want.
If you want to use that, you can call me.
No, it's on our platform.
we
So
want
it was
everybody-
kind of
listen,
revealed.
it was-
Creative minds made it.
So just so you know, we have a T-shirt line that's hashtags.
coming out,
That's you know,
hashtags,
that's, but you're my
Hey,
attorney.
you got it. We got it. There we go. Right there.
Our
So-
production price just went up
That-
5%.
So that brings a good question, a good lead in about the money and the investment. Now, about the incentives for men to get married now. That's another topic that came up. Now, if a man falls in love, let's say the third time, gets in there, right? Because we say men fall in love the third time.
3 times.
The third time is the charm. They get married, and the man is established. The woman is not so established, but she brings something to the table. Doesn't bring the actual silverware and plates and shit, but
Herself.
she brought a chair to sit at the table. Let's just say, okay?
So
And an
add
empty
her and go.
Right, but if you fell in love, all that doesn't matter, right? Because love is what?
Right. Blind.
Unconditional.
Yes.
Yes, the one that's actually in love.
Absolutely. So now you get married, and you're in there. Now, the incentive for a man to get married now is what?
It's the same
Besides
thing.
the in love.
It's the same thing. Yeah, it's the same thing. The thing is, it should never be the material things. It should always be that same thing. It's the person. It's that
But
emotion.
why then get married? If it's just the person, what's the need for marriage?
Because you want to
It's,
be able to
it's multiple reasons.
build with that person, and you're pouring into
Yeah.
them. You don't want to.
You can
do
pour
it
into
for
them without being married.
Well, no, because I'm not pouring into something that ain't mine.
No one's ever going to be yours.
If we marry, bitch, you mine.
Another hashtag on the.
But you might.
Listen,
No, if we married,
You
you
can
have to.
tell Bud his name was Bud. I'ma tell you mine.
And the reason
Well-
why I say it, because you're bringing up God and you're bringing up Jesus.
Yes, that's the
And
big
again,
one.
when you get married in a church or in front of a pastor, right, preacher.
Mm-hmm.
But then you can get divorced though
Yeah.
in court. Why is the difference?
Because God has left the marriage at that point in time.
Yeah, that is true.
When you're
Again,
getting divorced,
it
God
has been
left the marriage.
commercialized and has been controlled into our mindset that that's the proper way. If you make a union between you, that person, and God, that pastor has nothing to do with it. You know that, right?
Yeah, I know. It's in the individuals.
Right.
Well, he got to sign off on it and say it's legal.
Because that's the commercialization part.
That's it.
But if you're creating a union, spiritual union between two people, and you make that oath to God, you don't need a marriage license. You don't need any of
I
that.
totally agree with you.
question for Ursula
As a
now.
married person, I agree with that. You know, but we're commercialized to, you have to enter into an institution to build.
Right.
And I get that. And that's how we operate in modern day
I
society.
got
Yeah.
a question for you. Since she just said it's a union between you and the person and God, so the dude that I married in 7th grade, is that still legal?
No. No.
Oh, we divorced
Boom.
because I got married.
Did you force somebody to marry
She
you?
probably
You
did.
ran him against a tree like,
She said, you gonna be my man. You gonna be my husband. Yo, dude.
you burned
Anybody, I wish somebody,
like my 17 brothers said you
Oh.
married me.
They did.
She said, yo, you cute. You my
That was
husband.
gunshot wedding, shotgun wedding, shotgun wedding.
Bitch, you mine.
I wasn't me.
Bitch, you
He
mine.
gave her one of those rings.
gave me a ring
With a ring pop.
He gave me a ring pop. He did give me a ring pop.
Stacy
though.
Johnson just checked in.
Yes.
Marriage is a business agreement.
It is.
A business partnership.
It
Okay.
is.
Hey, David Chance of Rough Ends just checked in. Hey,
What up?
Hey, listen to the album Rough Ends. Please go get it. Shameless plug.
Amazing.
Go get it right now. Call Soul Brothers. I'm telling you right now, Kara Ward.
It's
She
not,
needs
it's
to
not
bring.
shame. It's our show.
She needs to bring more than just
It's a
a
partnership.
chair.
She
we-
brought
Yes.
the table, the plates
Yeah.
herself.
Dustin Bryant.
And she's
Bryce
sitting in the
listen,
chair and
Dustin,
she eating with the silverware.
But you know, some men don't want a woman to bring a chair. Some men want them to come as is.
There you go.
Hence the fact of why.
So, but you have to talk it out. You got to figure out what that man wants.
So
You know-
go ahead.
Oh, I'm sorry. So, this is the thing. So, again, I don't generalize anything. So, your house may function totally different than my house. So, it's really up to you
Right.
two and how you want to make
build
that
your
work.
house.
Right.
So, if you find with that woman just all she does is lay in the bed, that's fine. That is not for me to judge you.
Right.
But the thing is
That's
like
not for you, though.
that's not for me. So when I'm telling you that's not what I'm looking for someone that can contribute with substance, and I can sit there and yes, it makes sense for me.
But to circle back around to your question of the incentive, and I think he kind of hit it. That incentive is what that man wants.
Right.
So whatever it is that man that's important to that man, that's his incentive. And a woman has to be in tune with whomever she's, frolicking with.
She used another school word.
Ursula come on this show and she done used so many Googleable words.
Man,
I gotta mess it up because she had it going too straight.
I didn't know I needed my dictionary out.
Fraternizing.
Googleable.
pause.
fraternizing,
She had to
sleeping
go
with,
too
having
straight.
sex with, you
And
know.
then she giving you definitions.
So here's a question.
Can't
Frolicking.
stand you already.
Frolicking. Right?
Frog King.
No, frolicking.
Frolicking.
Froggling.
Frog King.
So now, let's say here comes
Y'all
the
been
union,
drinking.
right? No, she probably she was late.
No.
She probably was throwing.
Listen, I've been up since Monday.
Oh.
That explains it.
That lie,
Sleep
she just said she
deprivation.
fell asleep at the
Listen,
See,
and that's the problem. It was a nap.
Wow.
memory
No,
loss.
this is a key.
Key
No,
indicator.
I wasn't ready.
But no. So if you find the man that you're in love with, and his incentive is, I don't want to get married. I just want you in my life forever.
But then that's what she has to accept or move on.
It is.
And there it is.
And that's where the problem is, because you get the 411 right then and there, whether you want to believe it or you want to try to remix it.
But let me say something. I have this thing that I always say. A lot of y'all men are out there.
Hold on.
Wait a minute, I said, a lot of men are out there giving out the wrong dick scripts.
And that's it. Now,
A lot of men are out there giving out the wrong dick scripts.
We spoke
You
about
can't
that
give.
last
You can't give somebody
Pics.
Not
a
pics.
right. You can't give
Yes,
some.
pics.
You
I got
can't.
some this morning. That thank you,
And they
Jesus,
were wonderful.
but I didn't ask for them.
I think you too.
Like, wait a minute, that ain't
I didn't
yours.
say dick pic. No, I didn't say dick pic. I said script.
Listen, you know it's your best friend when she sent it to you. Bitch, let me see you with that on it. And you on the other end of the phone talking about, bitch, what?
Bitch,
And then
tell
it
me to
come
send
through,
some more.
And then it come through and she say, I say, oh, she say, ooh. And then I say, tell him to send some more. And she say, okay.
Oh my gosh. Fellas, you see, this is the real.
Let me
This is the
clarify.
part
I
that you
said
don't see.
SCRIPTS scripts. I don't know how we got on pics.
This one,
Scripts, okay.
no, they're giving us
The wrong dick
They're giving us
scripts.
the wrong
I mean, you can't give a one night dick script to somebody that you want to marry, and you can't give the marriage dick script to a one nighter.
Right.
You confuse them.
I know, thank you.
They auditioning for the
I need to be
Never
learned.
heard of a dick
Let me explain
script?
what dick script is. A dick script is, baby, I want to be with you. I want to spend time with you. I want to introduce me to your children. I want to have this time with you. And this is somebody that wants to be with you. Then
Okay.
you got somebody who wants to have a one night stand. Baby, I want to be with you. just to get that ass. So
Okay.
Tell
you're
you what they gotta
delivering a
do.
dick script.
Yes. A man he'll tell you. So a man will say, "Look,
He gonna
I
tell
don't
you what
want
he gotta
nothing from
tell
you.
you.
I just want to have sex with you." That's a dick script. A man say, "I'm really feeling you. I want to spend time with you." And sometimes it's in actions too.
Yeah.
So you have to look at the entire.
Oh, it's gotta
picture.
match. It's gotta match.
It's but mostly it's in words and it's in actions. And then a lot of times they will start mixing up provisions in the dick scripts. You'll take one from this one and put
Copy
it in
and
that
paste
one. And
method.
if you be clear about
I
it.
got a question. If he comes to you and he says to you, I don't want nothing from you but to have sex with you. Can't be no more upfront.
That's right, and you know your dick script.
at
So
that
you
point in
cannot
time,
expect to have a girlfriend dick script. You
expect
cannot.
this to be your dude.
Right.
You can't expect anything other. He done told you.
Yeah,
what it
there's
is.
nothing exclusive
So
about
if you're
that at all.
going into a situation, and because most women try to think they can get in and change the situation,
Right.
they go in and they think, well, it started out this way, but I'm gonna change
Right.
the game in the ninth inning
Right.
because I'm a game changer.
Right.
See, y'all-
And you're right. And I'm not gonna put it all on the men. You raise a valid point. Women will get in and try to snatch somebody else's script or make up their own, but you
Right.
can't. He's giving it to you. You have to stick to that script. Let that man change that script
Or get out of it.
or get out of it.
What
Because
you
if it's
said,
not what you want, you
accept
keep
it.
moving.
Don't
Or
even
keep
start it.
moving.
Yeah, don't even start it.
So now you can't say that don't start because you don't know what you're being led the script. You're being led into something and you're believing something based off of actions, but then you realize, wait a minute, the same shit you're doing with me, you're doing with X, Y, and Z.
So now this is the
So
funny
hold on,
part.
wait a minute. So this wasn't really for me. This was for you. Then at that moment, when you realize it's really not for you, that's when you have to make that decision. So you can't really say don't start nothing because you don't know what you're really starting until you get in the thick of things.
Girl, what your people saying? I want to know.
So wait. This is the
So-
thing we kind of equated to. All four of us are in this industry where everybody is saying, I'm this, I'm that. How many times when you say, all right, show me, and they don't perform?
I'm sorry. Dustin says,
I just seen it.
take the good dick and see it for that. And if we grow from that, then so be it. Let's be grown.
Hey, Dustin, I love you. You get it. You get it.
Dustin Justin is.
Dustin, I bet you keep your dick script straight, don't you?
Says, don't ever listen to. Oh shit!
Wow.
Hold on. Main event says, don't ever listen to shit a dude says.
No.
Listen to his actions.
Right, and that's why I said a lot of times is the actions play into it. You have to look at words and actions, because somebody be like, "Oh, I'm giving you the girlfriend dick script," but then he treating you like the side piece.
Dustin says, my dick ain't no pen. It don't sign no papers.
Okay, look, okay.
Facts.
And on that, we're gonna go to commercial break.
770-366-1272.
And no main event, she ain't eat no cookies.
Oh.
Cal. Yes.
Wow.
Your girl.
Okay.
But check it in as Cal. Listen, these
Get it out. Spit it out.
Jadelle, these comments are making, preach my brother. Carol said, preach my brother.
I'm just saying.
Yes.
So now the other thing is we talked about this before.
Yes.
Men versus boys. So
We didn't talk about that here.
well, I mentioned it. I made a difference between the definition of man.
Yes.
Your words are going to equate to your actions. They will not backtrack.
It should.
They should.
And
they
I
should.
can only reflect back to me, because my
Right.
thing is
But
I'm not gonna sit there and tell you I'm gonna do something I'm not.
Right, but there's a lot of men that do
I agree.
that. And again, it's not about men and boys. It's about what they can get away with. Because I was told several times,
A man is only
man.
gonna do
That's
what
a
you allow him
boy.
to do.
And so, with that being said, it's like, okay, there's no need. Well, you guys can't handle the truth. We really can't.
Right.
You know, we really can't. But then some women, they can't. Again, like she says, we change in our brain. Oh, he says it now, but he really doesn't mean it. You know? But again, going back to the incentive of getting married or creating that union, in my opinion, may or may not make sense to some. But I always say, we women now are in the majority. And we spoke about this earlier. We're in a majority. So we don't have the privilege of being in the minority and being sought out after, because there's so many women to men. So men have taken the gold digging women, the vindictive, keeping the kids away from them because of an emotional situation, right? The women who went after, or the women just being childish, just all the manipulative behaviors. And men said, you know what, I don't
Yeah.
have to deal with that anymore.
Yeah, we got
'Cause I
hip to the game.
10 over here that's not doing that. So what's the incentive? Because now, again, it's different if there's one Ursula and 17 men in the room. Ursula can act a damn nut if she wants to, because all 17 are going to take it because they all are trying to get
Girl, it
Ursula.
could be one, and I'm gonna act the nut.
You know what I'm saying? And with
Wow.
How about with the hair
the hair
flip?
flip. But that was the point, is saying
Right.
the 17 guys, because you were the minority at that point, you're being sought after.
Right.
So now we end up having to take a lot more shit. If we want to be with somebody, we have to make a decision saying, I normally wouldn't put up with that.
You start compromising.
But because, not compromising, settling.
You start settling.
Because the compromise in us, and
Because
we're-
he would be giving up something too,
well,
or
not really.
changing.
Not really.
You know,
Because last
really.
week we had the guy saying, hey, I'm friends with you and I'm fucking you.
So the two
But
F's.
we're not exclusive. And she's like, but I like you. He was like, but I told you how I was. Every girlfriend of mine I'm fucking. I don't want no
I
friend.
don't need any friends.
Well, then she needs to decide what's that for her, and if that's not what
Right.
she wants,
So
she
when
needs to go
said-
out, move
well,
on.
She said we
It's
can be just
simple.
friends. She's like, no, I don't want to be just friends with you. Either I'm fucking you or I'm not.
Oh, well, he was clear.
But you know
Yeah.
what?
Very clear.
I don't find nothing wung with that.
I know, and I can respect him because he was upfront and honest.
And that's it.
Girl.
And that's it.
Exactly.
Because I respect you.
I respect him, but there's a way when you talk. Say, listen, this is not for me. You have to ease somebody out. I always said this too, and I said this on my Instagram. It's not about why you made the decision to do whatever you're doing. It's the how you transition people out.
I agree.
It's the how, when you make that decision of whatever it is, don't care about the why.
It's
How you treat the people that's involved in that situation.
It's your
'Cause
presentation.
It's not just a presentation.
I
It's- if you're gonna
totally agree
exit
with
out,
that.
you have to be mindful of the people's emotions that you've affected.
Yeah.
So you have to be cautious. You have cautious on how you deal
And they
with
have
people.
to be
you have to
mindful
show
of
some
the
empathy of it
actions
all.
they
Let's
took
play
in
devil's
that.
advocate with that. Why do I have to be mindful of your feelings?
Because you brought me into a situation.
Right, and you're grown. So if it was a situation that you did not, or you felt like at some point in time,
Or you
no
misled me,
longer-
yeah.
Right, but when you feel like you get them signs, when you feel like at some point in time something's not right,
They
it's
go to
up
Wakanda.
you as in grown adults.
Absolutely.
But there are those.
I'm not responsible.
But there are those other
I'm
circumstances
responsible
where you don't know and
Yes.
you're blindsided.
You're blindsided.
The responsibility comes into letting someone know and make the option up front. What they want to do.
Absolutely.
Right.
Absolutely.
Right.
Absolutely.
Absolutely. Because again, if you're in a relationship with someone and it started off non-exclusive, but then feelings started to get involved, time's being spent, emotions really started together, and now you become something else, and there's no conversation had, right?
There it is.
And things,
There it
right?
is.
And things
Right.
start to change and shift a little bit. You can't get mad for someone being emotionally invested now, not understanding because the conversation wasn't revisited. Say, listen, things are starting to change here. I think you're going a little too hard, and then pulling back, readjusting.
But again, that goes back to what I said last week. When you have those feelings, it's up to you to speak up on them. I can't
Absolutely.
speak up on your
The
feelings.
young girl did. She said, "I like you,"
Okay,
and
and
that's
he
when he
said-
went in on her. He was like, "I'm just fucking you."
And at that point, in
And she
time,
should have said,
should've-
"Poop." She
Right.
should have got her
Then and
bag and she should have exited stage left.
Before that point in time, she chose to try to
Absolutely.
Right.
'Cause she
Right.
thought she can
Change him.
She thought
But
she
even when
could
she, now when he confronted her, that's when she should have just picked up her bag of feelings and go and she exit stage.
That's
left.
the risk that's
But
taken
again,
right there.
Hey, you
is
guys,
what
if you
happened.
have questions,
Just-
give us a call. Because it was
770.
somebody else for the number. 770-366-1272.
And the other thing is the emotional abuse,
Mm.
the control factor. There's a challenge out that I heard Chubb Rock talking about, the control challenge now. They actually
Control
have boys
challenge?
putting chokers and dog collars around.
I saw a
leashes
video
around
of that. I didn't know what that was.
That's called dominatrix.
It's a control challenge now, and even to the point where we're having girls laying down and putting their feet on their face like I conquered her.
What?
It's a control challenge. These are the mind games that are going on now.
These damn
And
millennials.
Older men are doing these things. And again, when a woman is emotionally invested, regardless, if you spend time with a person, you show interest in a person, and you know that that woman is lonely, you know that woman wants this, and she starts to compromise and start to settle
I
from
thought
her
she was saying
normal
something
way,
else.
it's your obligation as a man.
Men.
There it is.
Difference.
There it is. And that's not the why,
Difference.
it's the how. Now you're trying to pimp the situation. That's the discuss because it becomes emotional abuse. That verbal and emotional abuse, and men don't even realize sometimes they're doing it, but it's a control factor because they want to keep their notches on the belt all the way open, all the way there.
This can get so deep because then that just reminds me of learning to teach our young girls to build stronger minds in them and teach them their value and their quality, where when they see a situation like that and they say, this is not for me, and they're okay with walking away and keeping their pride and keeping their dignity and their respect.
How do you do that though when social media is throwing this down in their face? That's like the in thing
That's
to do.
what
It's hard.
It starts at home.
It's
called
hard-
And
parenting.
the social media is parenting these kids because I can tell my kids everything and they can be all holier than thou, got Jesus in them at home.
Y'all
But when
need
they're
'em.
out in them streets, peer pressure, and then they want to do these to go viral because
Now-
viral gets money. Like all
Yeah.
these incentives to them out there.
So look about this. The thing is once you start training a child to have their own mind and let them recognize that these things do exist out there, if you let them know that you don't have to be a follower, they'll switch back. I'm telling you, there was a lot of stuff that I was kind of, I want to say, protected over, but when I got older, I found out about it. But the thing is your upbringing is going to tell you what you should or what you shouldn't do. Now, yes, peer pressure has a lot to do with a lot of some people's downfall in life. But I'm going to tell you, like right around when I turned 30, I had a lot of my gentleman friends that I grew up in high school and college and all of them times. And they was like, Hirsch, I wish I would have did what you did. I wish I would have done that at that early age, but it was because they was following the crew. Everybody was having fun. Back then we had the big Dookie chains and all that stuff. That was fad. That was what everybody was doing. But they were never strong enough to make their own mind.
TV, social media, radio, music.
Yes.
All
Limit
of
it. It's how you limit it.
It's
You
raw
gotta
now.
limit it.
They
It's raw.
have now girls have been accepted and are now accepting the word, hey, you my bitch, you my trap bitch. I'm a trap bitch.
Yeah.
And they've accepted it because that's
They've
how men have
accepted.
labeled
Like
them.
I even hate to see people say, "Oh, when they get their makeup done, oh, my face is beat." I hate to hear someone say
So
that.
look,
that
let's be
annoys
clear. It
me.
ain't just men, because you got women saying that I'm that bitch, I'm that boss.
I'm that
this,
bitch, I'm a
and
bad
that.
bitch and all that.
Because of
No.
the conditions from everything that they're listening to on the radio.
But it
now.
comes.
Yeah, but
it
it's not
starts
coming
at
from
home.
men. It's
It
coming
starts
from
out-
women
It's
too.
coming from men
But let me
I
say
agree.
this.
No,
Let me
I
say
It's
agree.
coming
this.
from
It
women.
starts at home.
But Melinda, let me
Trina
say
was
this.
the first
Let me
one
say
said,
this.
"I'm a bad bitch."
I agree with Donna Compton. Let me tell you a prime example. My
Thank
daughter
you.
went to a predominantly white Christian school most of her life. When she got to middle school, I decided to change her school to a predominantly black school in the city. When my daughter got to that school, now she's 17 now, so we can kind of gauge her age when she got to middle school, with a year. But when she got to that middle school, my daughter didn't even know who T.I. was. She didn't know. She was listening to Demi Lovato and
I love Demi.
Jonas Brothers and stuff like that. Then she came. Yes.
That's
I
a big.
know.
That's a big.
But
bridge.
she started when she went to middle school. She came home within a year. She knew every freaking rap song that was out.
Yeah.
And I had to sit down with her and say, "Look, no, let's curve this. Let's get some balance here. So." And she doesn't watch a lot of TV now.
But that's
She
a
doesn't want to-
parent.
I didn't let her watch
That's a
videos.
parent who is in tune with the child. You have a lot of single moms out here that have to go work 10, 15-hour days that can't be at home.
You got married. I'm gonna say this. I'm gonna
defend.
defend the single moms. I'm married. It's a lot of married moms that's out there that's not taking care of their business.
Exactly. And that's what I'm saying about taking care of their business.
Right.
I did not allow my daughter to watch videos.
That's
Right,
you.
my daughter-
I did not
That's
allow
you.
My-
I'm talking
my
about
daughter
the
probably
women
watched
who
2
are out
hours of
there
TV a
working.
week.
But that's also
She just her.
because I did not. I am not my daughter's friend. I am her parent.
There it
I
is.
think a lot of the problems is they're trying to
Be a
friends
friend,
with their kids
exactly.
Well,
and
again,
not parents.
it's not trying to be friends. The laws have gotten away from the parenting.
Yeah.
We try to parent. Now, if I whoop the shit out my child,
Then I'm
my
whooping
child,
the shit out of my child.
No,
No.
DHS comes.
How DHS know? Because when
No, DHS because the little kid goes to school and say, my mama hit me.
oh, not my child better not open her
But
mouth.
see, that's,
So
She
look,
feel
look,
better.
look,
You be like,
and I can speak
yeah,
this as a
that's
father.
it.
I can speak this as a father. There was at one point where my oldest child, she went left a little bit in school, and the teacher called me, and she said, "Look, this is what's happening." I was like, "Don't worry about it. I'll take care of it." And I tell you, that night,
right.
being daddy, I
Okay.
had to whoop her. And I'm
get it.
just saying, so she was a little sore on the bum on the sticky buns, but she was just moving. But the difference is
She
I
knew
got
the
that same
rules.
call. She knew the rules. She knew she was wrong, so she corrected herself.
Right.
But
I'm
now she
talking
went
about
back
the
to the
kids.
school and told the teacher. The teacher called me again, and I was like, "Ma'am, first of all, I don't ask you how." I said, "Don't ask me how to raise my child." So my questions to you: do you have any problems with her anymore? And she said, "No." And I said, "Case closed."
Absolutely.
Right, but now you're
'Cause
taking
this
you're
call could've
taking
been
it away
different.
from the school because now those teachers are mandated to report.
That's fine, but
But,
they're mandated
again,
to
I'm only
educate
talking-
my
Would you rather
child.
report that, or would you rather report my child coming into your school?
This is
shooting
not
it
this is
up?
not against
Right.
Melinda. I'm
You
only
know,
telling you
no,
Yeah.
what has
that.
caused
I get that.
many parents
I get that.
to have to stop parenting because these wild kids who want their freedom at a younger age, right? I was at the gym and my son was acting a plum nut fool. I grabbed him around his neck. And it's my
You got
job.
to.
When I was working there, I grabbed. The lady was like, "Ma'am, you can't touch." She called them on me right then and
Mm-hmm.
said, "You can't touch your son like that." I said, "Hold on, now this is another race."
You want me to touch him or touch you?
I said, "Hold on," but at that point, I realized once you start getting under an investigation, like that can go all the way left. And you're
could.
sitting here like, I just needed my son to understand you can't do that.
Well, speaking from a
But
legal
would you
perspective,
rather-
girl, you should have speaking from a legal perspective, I just would have whispered in his ear, just wait till we get home. I'm going to tear your
that
ass
was
up.
just how your mama did it with you.
Yeah, and then when I got home, well, there were no
Wherever I
witnesses,
was
and there
at,
were no witnesses.
That's it. My mother asked my
Latino
mother.
sí.
She
Dame
looked
esa
at me.
pizza.
Like what's the old saying?
Dame
You-
la chancla.
That
La
was it.
chancla.
Melinda, what was the saying? You get wore out where you show out.
Yeah.
Yeah, we could, back in the day we could do that because of the laws. We're
Right.
we're a little less loose. But now, honestly, you have to grab them, pull them in by the collar,
Because-
let them know that it's on and popping when we get back to the house.
Oh, I'll chokehold the shit out of
Absolutely
my.
in that.
You know, and pinch them real hard, you know, on the side.
Let's get this understanding. The
Okay,
law,
that's it.
the
That's
laws
it.
have
Times are so
changed
much
because
different
you
from
got some
25 years
people
ago.
that went to the extremes with this. Now, you don't see your kids out there with bruises,
Okay,
black
now you
eyes,
gonna
and all
say
of
it's
that stuff.
extremes, but if that's the way they discipline, how are you judging their extreme?
I'm not judging their extreme. They're
somebody-
trying to judge my
If you
extreme.
hit your daughter on the bum and your daughter cried and had a little bruising, they would have said that was too extreme.
Yeah, so you look at my child who is educated right now, going to get her degree in music, and then you got the one that's the next sniper over there shooting up these schools.
But see, that's my question. Would you rather me me
I'm just
punish
saying.
my child and get them straight, or rather you have to punish my child with jail?
That's how we want it to be.
No.
The laws have taken that from us.
No.
That's
It's up to us to get that back, though.
within.
Back on topic, just to
Where we going to chop it on top?
you guys were talking about with
You don't work for the DHS, do you?
But we know, look, we do have insides.
Melinda Santiago no entiende inglés. Okay, I'm blind. I don't hear
You know
that.
you blind, but you
Look,
can't.
let me clarify this. Let me clarify. Melinda, let me clarify this from a legal
My
perspective.
attorney is
Let me
here.
clarify this from a legal perspective. Anything that is said today cannot be construed as factual. This could be imitation and
hearsay.
characterizations. Okay.
We do
We're gonna
disclaimers.
have, listen, from now on, we're gonna have the attorney in the building when we do the show.
I wanted to say because we started off talking about relationships. And
Yeah.
there was a point that you guys made. There were 2 points that were made.
Girl, get over here.
With everything, is the way that these young women are handling themselves and the things that are being taught. And you made 2 very good points. One, on the spiritual level of things, they have nothing in the
Inside.
spirit. It comes from home.
Right.
In my experience, I grew up in foster care. First, before I got to foster care, I did live with a parent who was physically abusive. So I had to go through this situation you're talking about right now. But
Yes,
eventually,
I mean, that's
spiritual
a
side of things and exposure
Mm-hmm.
made a difference in the
Yeah.
decisions that I made. So there might be parents who are working 12 to
Yep,
14 hours a day, but it is their responsibility to make sure their child is exposed
To the right
to
things.
the right things. Just
Absolutely.
Like you
Absolutely.
Your child
Yeah.
to a
Absolutely.
different school and she came and she brought back a bone. You know,
Absolutely.
A little different what you've shown her. It works both ways. It works for the negative and it works for the positive. I don't have any children, but one thing that I have noticed in some of the exceptions that we've been making, our kids are making the things that they're allowing into their spirits, the things they're allowing into their mind. They have not been exposed to anything
The
other than
else.
what they're
Exactly.
surrounded with.
Other than what they see.
Absolutely.
Absolutely.
So
Absolutely.
they're allowing
But this is why I think you should expose and you should teach them and show them that there's different things. One of the things that made me leave New York was that statement there. I got girlfriends, and shout out to my other BFF, Dawn, that just checked in. I got girlfriends that have not been out of Queens, and their kids will not be out of Queens, and their kids will not be out of the borough.
Circumstances
people
are
like
different.
that.
They just don't understand.
Circumstances
Now,
are different.
Personally, my mother started me traveling at the age of 6. I started my kids traveling at the age of 7 and 8. So therefore, I'm going to show you other things because I don't want you to be impressed, bamboozled, hoodwinked, or swindled by anybody and anything. So therefore, what I instill in you, I expect you to go out in the street just like I'm there with you. Not only do I
There it
pray
is.
over you, I pray for you, and I pray you hear my voice when I'm not around.
There it
and
is.
it wasn't until my daughter's first semester of college that she came to me and she said, you know what, I finally get it. And at that point, I'm not gonna lie, I cried because I knew at that point in time that everything that I poured into her, it came to life.
And isn't it
She
refreshing?
got it.
It's
It
it's
was,
refreshing
because
because
it made
it's
me
like
feel like my job
you did it.
was done.
Yeah.
Not done, but you know what I mean? Like the tools that I instilled, she got it. She took it out in the street. Now, don't get me wrong. It don't stop her from doing some silly stuff.
Oh, yeah,
But the
we-
major things, the light bulb came back.
So let's
Right.
let's circle back. Let's circle back. Terry Smith says, and remember, it goes both ways. Men fall for women that don't want committed relationships trying to change them. Now, again, here comes that domino effect.
Right.
The domino effect. Where do you think these women came from?
Nah, I can't do that.
It became
Ding ding ding.
meaning so many men started playing these games that eventually we women started becoming more and more covered and sheltered and guarded, and we're like, okay, we don't want to have a committed relationship because we don't want our hearts broken anymore, right? I got it, damn it, I got it. So with that being said, when you have the men and then the women now, because again, it's hard after a heartbreak, after heartbreak, after heartbreak, after just trust and trust. Eventually, you're like, I don't know if I
I've
can
had
do it
enough.
again.
I've had
And
enough.
now I'm gonna turn my feelings off,
And I'm gonna
and
build
we're
this
just
wall.
gonna have sex.
And I'm gonna live in
We're-
my bubble.
And we're gonna.
So, okay. So this is my thing with that. So,
You need Jesus.
no, I got Jesus. Y'all need Jesus.
I got Jesus.
I'm just quoting the T-shirt. Just
I
quoting the
got
T-shirt.
Jesus all
So-
day, every day.
I told you,
This-
JC,
This is my thing with that. I mean, you hit a great point, but at some point in an adult life, you have to take the responsibility for yourself.
Absolutely.
You have to say, you know what? This is not who I want to be.
Absolutely.
This is not what I want to accept. We had touched on that earlier. And you have to change your own mindset to that. So everybody goes through heartbreak. It's just experience different. Men go
Listen,
through
I'm
heartbreak,
only
but they
only
spew
expressing
things back.
this, not because Dawn would take. I'll take a lot of stuff, but I don't take stuff from one relationship into the next. I've never done that.
Right.
Because I don't think that's fair to the next individual.
Hey, you're absolutely
However,
right.
I'm open to being hurt again.
I'm not.
So this is where she comes in, where she's closed off and like she's become so hard.
And there's
that she's
nothing
like,
wrong with
When's
that.
your birthday?
April. She's an Aries like me.
Oh,
8
girl.
days before. I
Interesting.
just don't. You
You
have
shouldn't
one
have to.
opportunity.
You don't
and
have to.
I have my bubble, and I like my bubble. And in my bubble, everything is how I like it to be. There's no foolishness. There's no drama. There is, when I
there's a
feel
little
like
bit of
dealing
drama.
with you,
There's a little drama.
well, that's because I started it.
Yeah.
I created it. You see what I'm saying? It's in my bubble.
It's
your my
world.
bubble.
It's your world.
But
It's Dawn's
and
world.
When we talk about it, I'm like, okay, that's so selfish. And she owns it. She's like, yeah, that is
I-
selfish.
listen.
But it's also a protective measure.
It sure is.
And
Yeah,
so
it
it's that
is.
protective measure. So Terry, to answer that question, that protective measure wasn't there the entire time. It was there after heartbreak after heartbreak. I was
It
like,
was
okay,
built.
Yes,
it
it
was
is.
built.
Yeah.
So, and I'm not saying that I was always started, because there's women who don't want to be committed like me. I want to be committed, but now I used to want it. Now I don't know, because now I'm like,
You come into Dawn's world.
what's my incentive now?
Well, you know the
Do I want somebody I want to be with every day? Yeah, but I can make a phone call and be with a different person every day if I wanted.
Yeah.
Aw, you growing.
I knew I saw a feather in that hat. So the thing is, you got a dating today.
Listen, I'm glad it was you.
Tap the
She
glasses.
tapped the glass.
I tell everybody, when they,
Hello?
When they say something, I be like,
That's it. All the time.
Hello?
She will make me put my glasses on just to do it.
yeah, I've been put them on. She's like, what?
But
Put 'em
I
on.
mean-
Like a
So
little
she puts
kid.
them on.
Let me
I'm
go
like,
in my sunken place.
Right.
That's it.
I mean, we got to be real. Dating in this day and age
Sucks.
is it does.
Monkey balls.
It's ridiculous. So the thing is we got to identify
know.
that, and we also have to prepare ourselves for that. So, and I'm not going to lie. There was a point in time when I wasn't dating. I'd rather be myself.
Oh,
I'd
yeah, I
rather
was
be by
celibate.
myself.
I was celibate for 3
You
years.
were celebrating what?
Celibate.
Celebrating what?
Celibate what up?
Celebrating what?
Somebody said
I
Mel
was,
is legally
I,
blind.
I was celebrating myself.
Every chance I got.
I was celebrating.
Every time I celebrated again.
But I did a 3-year stint of celibacy, because I said, you know what, after this last I can't, I'm making this mistake over, it's redundant.
Yeah,
And
we
I'm
have
beating
to.
all and then the real person, because I trust, I always go in trusting, and then at that trust, I'm
Now
And
you
I
not
don't
got to
make
know
it
that's
better. I'm not
honorable for you though.
trusting
nobody.
No, that's honorable
I
for you
understand.
because you going into it on a blank page, and like you said, you don't bring baggage into one relationship to another.
Correct.
That's giving you a blank page. So it's only up to you to write this story.
Right.
right.
And if you mess up with the climax, close book.
No pun intended.
yeah, you can. mess up.
Actually, it was.
Yeah, you can.
I don't know. Anytime I climaxed, it wasn't messed up at all.
No, you can mess up.
I said anytime I did, it wasn't
Yeah.
messed
Well,
up.
well,
at
that's
all.
on you. I'm talking about
that-
that.
You own
That was an
yours. You own
autobiography.
yours.
But I guess that would make me a dude.
But I mean,
you know what? I
again,
just feel like because, and I get on her, and I tell her she needs to be more selfish.
you get on her.
Because not that way. But I tell her she needs to be more selfish.
Main event, I
because-
can't help but love Dawn. I know, right?
because I mean, she gets on me. She's like, "You're so
Yes,
selfish." I'm like,
upfront with you,
I
I am.
absolutely am.
You should be.
And because if I don't protect me, and I don't, you know what I mean?
I
deal with
agree.
me until then, until I know, or I'm sure, or I exhale to know the fact that you got me, and I can start chipping away at them blocks. Guess what? It's about me. You gonna come over when I feel like being bothered. You gonna pick up. I'm gonna pick up the phone and call you when I want to. And if that's ours, if we're just having that type
Right.
of relationship.
And it was one thing
But
you
see-
said that I admire. You said when I start chipping away at it, and it's not up to that other person to chip away for you. And you know, a lot of people started saying that. It was like, it's up to you to change these chains
No,
and
it's
this
not.
wall
You
that
gotta
I built.
change yourself.
I didn't put
It starts
there.
with you.
I didn't put it there. So it's up
No.
to you to change that.
But with that, it comes, I gotta trust you.
Yeah.
Right.
And if I don't trust you, guess what? We gonna be like, what's that show where he was peeking over the gate?
Home Improvement.
We
Yeah.
gonna be like Home Improvement, bro.
Girl, you-
because-
you-
But
just
and this
dated
is such
yourself.
a simple answer. What does it take in order for you to trust somebody? They have to live by their
I
word.
need to see your actions
And their
words.
walk.
Yeah,
Right.
absolutely.
That's the only thing. And if it contradicts, there's a problem.
I think when you start to build trust, there has to be the vulnerability.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
That
definitely.
word
And-
scares me.
I.e., why I say she's a man.
No.
It's the men and people
Dun,
who
dun,
have
dun.
been hurt. It's hard for vulnerability to be out there and
I'm
say,
giving you
listen,
too much
I'm
of it."
laying it all out for you, and that's where I become vulnerable because again, I give everybody.
But see, you know, I think I'm like Don. When I became vulnerable,
you married, you can't be like
but
that.
no, before.
I'm
That's
glad
what
to
I'm
know
saying.
there's more out there like
But no, I'm
me.
the reason I said because you're right about the vulnerability, but it wasn't until I started chipping away at my own self. And
Yeah.
still, I mean, it was well into, we dated 5 years before we got married. So it was well into chipping away at it, and I still didn't feel the comfortable. And then till I got comfortable, I started trusting, then I let my vulnerability show.
Yeah,
I
see,
know.
and the thing, and the difference is.
I mean,
Like with myself, because again, and Dawn will tell you, people who have kind of watched and seen the way I elevate and the way I help other people elevate. I'm very open and transparent. I'm very,
sometimes
this is
too
just-
transparent.
Sometimes too transparent,
But you need to hear it
Too
though.
damn transparent.
But sometimes you
But-
need to hear it.
I have to be the example. I have to be the example to somebody who doesn't have a voice.
Mm-hmm.
And so when I speak on certain things and I allow myself to go through them, and I used to see the challenges as, oh my God, why? Why did you put that one again? Why this and why that? And then I realized in order for me to help, I have to go through it so I can really understand.
Mm-hmm.
And so in that vulnerability, that people take my passiveness, right? Oh, I can get away with anything.
Yep.
And you really can't, because what you're doing, you're showing more and more. And the more I observe, the more I. Where she keeps her exes around and friends and stuff like that.
We don't know who's watching this.
Right, I'm like,
You said it before.
No, I do.
Need a little
I do.
bit more
I
clarity
do.
on that one.
I do. I don't believe unless you do something major to me. I don't believe in burning bridges like that.
Well, see, it's not
Now,
to me.
I'm not, and I say that.
Let me finish. Let me
'cause
finish.
I don't always end
Let me
on a bad
finish.
note.
I don't burn bridges. I'm just done.
Yeah, you know how to
So
keep the people
therefore,
at
if
lane.
I'm done, I didn't burn a bridge. We no longer are serving one another in any part of the life. Our season together is over. Our positioning with each other, our reasons, our lessons for each other are over. So therefore, there's no need to still communicate because I've outgrown you, or you've outgrown me. So therefore, I don't need that extra space.
Right.
right.
Well,
point that I
well.
wanted to make, I'm sorry, about knowing yourself as a woman. Once
Right.
you get back to a place where you realize that you need to chip away at whatever you built up, whatever wall you built up, and you're really getting to know yourself, which you will or will not accept.
Right.
When I was dating someone prior to meeting Hershey, and we thought process was very clear, dating for marriage, and they decided at some point that they didn't want to move forward, and I'm okay with that. That's fine. Our time here is over, but they wanted to remain friends, and it's not that they necessarily did anything wrong, but I'm gonna tell you exactly what I told them, and that was plain and simple. We can't be friends because we dated with a specific thing in mind. The time that I have for my king is for my king only. And he
Absolutely.
with you.
Absolutely.
Girl,
and
she
say
better
that.
preach.
And say that. And
She
say that.
better-
But you know
which
what?
camera?
Let me say this.
Which,
Let me say this.
she better
Me
preach.
keeping
You
my-
better say that, girl.
Me keeping my exes around.
Leave my king shirt
Me
on.
keeping
like
my
that.
exes around is because it's for my purpose,
Yeah.
not theirs.
Yeah.
It's something that I can get from you. Now, when I say this, I got maybe about of them on my page. You know what I mean? But
Thought you was about to crip off for
that's
me.
why- but you know, but again, it's because of me. It's a selfish reason for me. Now, this don't mean that we kicking it, we picking up the phone, and we, you know what I mean? It means if I need something, and I know you can do it, I can pick up the phone and say, hey, I need such
But
and
to your
such.
point, I think that you're also saying with what you said about your bubble. You want things the way that you want in your bubble, and you have to learn to wear the water yourself.
Absolutely.
So when you get to a place that you want to be vulnerable with someone, you will cut that.
Absolutely. And I'm gonna say this, Mel has forced me to get out of my comfort zone. She has forced me with the because let me explain the vulnerability, girl. That's just like throwing water on a witch. Oh no, it burns! It burns! No, because that means I'm giving somebody that power to hurt me, and that's a lot. So therefore, I'm not giving nobody that power. However, now with the life coaching sessions of Melinda Santiago, for the price of $19.95, you too can learn.
No. My life coachings are $199. $19.95 is just a quick consultation. What you need, what you got, can I help you? Can you? Yeah, but nah, they're $199. Thanks.
Well,
I will change your life.
Right.
Don't change my rates.
You always go through the reflection where you got to look at yourself. You got to look at where you were, where you're at, and where you want to be. And with doing that, she was just like, well, you're going to keep running around and keep living in your bubble. And when you not happy, you gonna keep picking up your ball and leaving. And I kept saying, yeah.
And I'm okay with that.
Listen, I'm picking up my ball and I'm leaving. I don't want to play in your park anymore. I'm leaving.
Main Event says patience is only a strategy. Main Event, that's ridiculous.
I just read that. I was like, what?
Patience is not a strategy. Patience is truly what it is. And if you're living in your truth, see, there's a difference. I'm not here to say or to be anybody's, hey, I'm living in my truth. I'm patient with you. I say this, if it didn't kill me, if it didn't kill my kids, if it didn't mess my money up or my home to where my living standards change, and I'm still alive and walking and breathing, you didn't hurt me. You know what I mean? You didn't hurt me. What you did, what you did was, you got you fucked up, but you disappointed me.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
There's a difference.
There
You didn't
is.
hurt me. You disappointed
You disappointed
You
me.
made me see you for who you are.
You made
Yeah.
me see you.
I wish I
not just
would've
for
known
who
earlier.
you are, but you made me see what you're capable of.
Yeah.
When someone shows you the potential,
Lord, I hope somebody watching.
right, you have to say, okay, I see it.
I see you for who you
I
are.
see it.
Yeah.
Okay, I got it.
That's
But you
that
didn't
aha
kill me.
moment.
So why hold on to that anger and hurt? Be like, you know what? My demise for you is my absence. When I remove myself, and this is why I'm saying, when you remove yourself from all that's when you really hurt them. Because at the end of the day,
And it's
I
not
love me.
intentional.
It's not intentional.
It's not
not
intentional.
intentional.
It's just saying you're better without me.
Yeah.
Right.
Because right now
That's what
you're
you
not going
showed
to get
me.
the best of me. In order for
And
you to
have
get
you
the best
noticed
of
that
me-
when you remove yourself from that situation, your life flourishes?
My God.
But
Let me
that's
tell you how
because-
many people say
but
I've been
that's
glowing for the last 2 months.
What?
I've been glowing. I'm like,
That's because
it's a cancer.
it's a cancer.
Yeah.
And
It's a
when,
right.
when you remove
Right.
that,
It can
there's
literally make
nothing
you
but
sick.
peace and blessings.
It's the best thing.
going
And
through
now
you.
God
You know what I
can
mean?
tell you, this is what I'm trying to show you. This is what
Yeah.
I'm trying to give you. This is what I want for you.
I couldn't
And
give it
and
to
then you can
because
hear
that
him.
person wasn't meant to get
'Cause
that
that-
blessing with
that
me.
person
so
was-
therefore I'm going to show
Right.
it to you
That person
as
was
soon
put-
as they're
right.
removed. There we go.
That was your stumbling block. That was your stumbling block.
That was it. And as soon as it's
you
removed,
missed it.
because
God.
we've all had that moment. You know,
Had that
where
moment.
You've tried to do something, and I know me
Main
personally.
event, come on now. Nobody's strategizing anything. See, those are kids' games, and those are people with low
Who was
vibration.
Carol Ward? I'm about to call
He's
all you out.
It's a guy. I think he's out of New York or whatever. I know. He's not gonna call nobody out. Point is, until you live it and
You see,
understand
I
and walk it, you gotta go through those moments. That's why I was saying you gotta go through those uhs to get to the I.
So you're trying to say you got to kiss a lot of frogs to get your prince?
I don't
You just
agree
have
with
to be
that
around
one.
a lot of bullshit.
And you can learn from somebody else's
Yeah.
bullshit.
If you're observant, wisdom,
Boom.
experience,
Gray hairs.
Some things that you will
you have to go through.
have a better appreciation of what you got.
Listen,
And then
I
some
went to
people are
I
like
went to a
burn
retreat,
themselves.
and I have to say this. I went to a retreat. And I know we're running over, but I went to a retreat. And it was a Native American retreat, and he said, "What we did for our men in our tribe is, in order for them to understand what our women went through childbearing, we took the head skulls of bulls and pierced the backs of the men."
The heck?
And made them run with the bull, the bull skull, like pierce their skin.
Why do we gotta go to that extreme? Why are we so
Because
mad?
that's the only way a man could ever feel what a woman goes through.
I didn't have
And
that.
that, the Native Americans, and that this was from the
I
Bear
ain't had
tribe,
that
and
twice.
he said we do this so the men can experience it because they can't. No one can say I understand.
Nobody can know your walk unless they put on your shoes.
There
Yeah,
it
but
is.
that's the thing. It's like, why do
But
I
you-
got
I
a
get what you're
huge
saying.
problem with that, because this is the thing. It's like everybody's supposed to feel in a certain life. We understand women in childbearing, that is something that you were designed and be for you to be able to sustain that. We get it, but there are things on a man's side that a woman will never feel.
Again.
Yes. Let's start with that.
Right.
Let's start with that.
Again, with that
But I
being
mean,
said,
just said, especially
it's
as a
the
black
culture.
man.
It's the culture saying we want our men to respect our women.
I get it.
Right.
So if
I'm
that
just
means
saying
you
we
need
ain't gotta go to that
kick somebody in
extreme.
the coochie and say, "Bitch, don't you ever do me like that?"
And they be like, I ain't feel
Because
nothing.
we have a clit. The clit is a.
No, not like the balls.
That hurt, yo. You
Yeah,
feel
I'm
it.
not saying
That
it
damn
hurt. We talking about there's levels to
I've
this.
never been kicked in the coochie, and
But
I hope to
I
never.
wasn't-
I'm falling on a bike. Yeah, on a
I've
boy's bike.
done that.
Yeah, I fall on
done
a
that.
boy's bike.
And
Yes.
I've been a gymnast, and the balance beam.
The
and me
balance
were
beam,
not
exactly.
cool for a while.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
For a little while.
I've done
Yeah.
that.
But it'll change a man's voice.
It changes the woman.
Carol said he calling
Straight
in.
Michael Jackson.
Well, time is up. You had a whole goddamn hour to call in.
He said he just got home.
Whatever, Carol. You've been out watching. I'm home now.
Show
Cell
ass.
phones
Look, if you
work
was
in the
driving and
car.
watching, Carol, you wasn't supposed to. This the legal
Right.
side of me telling you this.
Right. But
Native
no,
Vincent
but I get,
Jackson,
but I get what you say.
Yeah.
There's things that in life, and again, we're supposed to sustain it, and we live through it.
That's the yin
But
and
it's just
yang.
getting that culture, that saying that particular culture to say we just want our men to really respect and honor our women
I get
through
it.
that, because again, you don't know until you know.
Yeah.
I don't know what pain is until I've been through
I
it.
just experienced pain hitting my foot on the back of the chair.
With your old ass.
It's not the same. It's not the
So the
same.
conclusion is on this: men, do they fall in love in 8.2
Emoji.
seconds? No. I think in the
I do.
third run person,
I
like
do.
you
2.2
said,
seconds,
the time
I know.
when they're in their age, whatever it's in their age, that it can happen in that age,
I know.
Right.
wherever they're ready.
Whenever
I
they're
knew
ready.
you were for me when I seen you
Don't
the first
touch me.
time.
I demand a recount.
Don't touch me. I ain't been touched in a while. Don't touch me.
Church?
Oh,
Don't
Jesus.
touch
She's
me.
spelling it with a
Jesus.
U-R-O. It took me 1 month
Are you in love?
and a
Kirsch?
movie night.
Oh,
Oh,
Are you in
spotlight.
love?
I am.
Spotlight. Oh, that's my
Have you
boy.
told her this already?
I have. And a tequila.
You feel,
No, it wasn't.
are
cousin
you in
tequila.
love with Hirsch?
call me crazy, but I think I found my love of my life.
I think I'm gonna cry.
I'm not.
I think you
I
need
think
to-
I'm just gonna sit here and smile and go.
Oh.
And
It's coming.
and
It's
that is
coming.
not- And that is not how you're going to find your man either, by being envious of
It-
others, okay?
It's coming.
It's coming. It's coming. Hershey, Ursula, thank you guys so much.
Thank you for
Thank
having
you.
us. This was fun.
This was so fun.
So that means you guys are coming back too.
yeah.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
When
Y'all
you invite
crazy.
Me, I'm back.
We always could use the attorney.
No, because I told you I was gonna come kick in the door. I told her, I said, girl, I'm coming to kick in the
Listen, make sure you
door.
open the door. I'm like, yeah, no problem.
said, bitch, make sure you
She
open the
got
door,
right
'cause
here
I'm
without
coming.
me. Dario jump like, what? I love it.
But I told you, bitch, I was coming.
Let's
Which
say
I
this.
told you I was
Well,
gonna
let's-
come.
Hershey
well,
has
let's
Kiss
say-
Radio.
Yes, we have Kiss Radio. Get over here. So Kiss Radio Show, we are on. And for those, y'all, I told y'all.
And you need to bring that over here.
Yes, we got to bring that over here. We are talking about that, aren't we?
That is the voice.
This is the
the radio
voice
voice?
of Kiss
That's your
Radio.
radio?
This is the voice. Vasir Sarandon.
Say that one more time
So
for the people
right.
that didn't hear.
Sarandon.
One more time for the people in the back.
Sarandon.
I've been with this man for a number of months now. He can't pronounce my last name. That's
I
a
pronounce
damn
it
shame.
so many different ways.
Just because he's trying to change it.
Your last name.
Vasir, that's because he's trying to change it.
Tell him what.
Praise his name.
Tell him it ain't gonna
I
last
receive
long.
it.
She ain't- You don't need to know it. All you need to know is yours.
That's
She
right.
already
And
know.
my first name. You got that right.
Don't kiss here, because I'm
Oh,
going to
listen,
beat the
because listen.
shit out of
I'll
her.
be sitting
You
here like
you
this.
better let them do their love thing.
Hey,
Oh.
listen, babe. I'm
That's
on
how that
my way.
1.2K started on Facebook. Oh yeah. So we gotta go. That was the.
Listen,
Can you stand up, Hershey? Can you stand up right now?
Listen,
I got
Jesus.
Jesus.
What would Jesus do?
Jesus
What
was
would
holding me
Jesus
down.
do?
Jesus would tell you to pray, my brother. But
So-
Hershey,
Yeah, we're gonna.
Hershey,
She
Ursula,
gon-
you guys.
So nasty. I love
They
it.
ain't listening. They're like little kindergartners.
Y'all are now family. Y'all do not need an invitation to come
Yes,
back.
you do.
Ooh, don't say that.
Yes, you do.
Don't say
Yes,
it.
you do.
Melinda
Y'all
said,
just
yes,
need
you
to give
do.
us a date and a time.
Yes,
to make sure.
Okay, let me
I
look
love
right
y'all.
now. Look.
But I love you, but I still got a protocol I follow here. You do call me, you do ask.
I didn't ask. I told you.
I got your
You said
number.
open the door when I get there.
That's asking.
Okay.
That's telling you.
You know what I'm saying? But it only
Excuse
took
me,
them 100 days to finally come, but I'm glad you came, Ursula. I'm glad you came,
smash.
Ursula. Thank you guys so much. Like, I appreciate you guys, because this is one of those organic type shows.
It is.
This is what we really, like, real situations, because all we need to do is fix these relationships out here. We women got to get in our heads, and we got to do better.
Yeah,
We
get
gotta-
out.
Okay.
Get out of
get
Actually,
out of
it's
our heads,
reversed.
But we gotta do better.
Yeah.
We gotta do better to our men. We gotta service our men more. We've got to get back to them old days. See?
Yeah.
Yes. Because
I still fix my husband's plate.
there it is.
Now let me ask you
That's
this:
serving.
do you fix it before you fix your kids?
Yes, I do.
I just want to
Listen,
make sure.
it's God, spouse, children.
Children.
Absolutely.
Okay, if women don't get that shit straight, you're already losing.
Absolutely.
Now, remember though, you don't act like the wife until you are the wife. You can't give everything until you are.
Exactly. You got to give him something to.
Because
You,
I feel like
You still have to have that respect.
I would
Not just the
no.
respect. I gotta
Look,
show you what I'm capable of, so
you
you
can.
know.
You can iron one day. You can cook one day. But one day. Understand? But
you shouldn't be doing laundry every
None-
week.
yes.
Oh no.
You should be doing none of that because
No.
why would he marry? Why
Scrubbing the
then-
walls up and
why
down.
an incentive?
Again, we were talking about this, men versus boys. I'm gonna be her acting husband until we are married, and I'm
Then
going
get
to
married
be the
tomorrow.
husband. And I'm good. I could do that.
What about you?
She already got the ring.
What about you?
Wait a minute, hold on, wait. Let's stop. Wait a minute. Wait a goddamn
Don't you do
minute.
everything? Don't you
Wait
do
a
everything?
goddamn minute now.
This
This is one of my best friends, and we need to talk.
show just changed.
This show just changed.
Show
It
just
did
changed.
change.
Okay. We got another what? We done.
Yeah.
Okay.
Thanks, my friend.
Disclaimer.
Where's the number, Carol? I'm not gonna tell you this shit every goddamn week. Figure it out. Stay with the goddamn Carol. Shit.
Damn.
I mean, it is on the screen,
It's on
Carol.
the screen, Carol.
770
I hope it was the
366.
Netflix and chill. Carol, post the number. No, we told you. No, post the number. No, Carol. It's
But
been
if you look
posted.
above where it
Annette,
says
Thank
call
you.
in,
Carol, damn. Wait a minute. No such thing as a wife.
I agree. It's not.
No, it
not.
isn't. It
There's
isn't.
not. Stop saying that shit, women.
This is it. When a motherfucker says it's wifey material, that means you got some things
That's a
of
form
it,
of disrespect.
but it's not the wife.
He wants you. He wants you to do what he want. Well, he wants you to do what a wife does, but he not gonna give you that title, boo.
Right. Because if you want me to do wife things, do my husband things. How about
Right.
that?
How about that?
And I'm going to end the show on that. You want me to do wife shit? Do husband shit.
Exactly.
So if that's the case, listen. I appreciate you, Ursula.
Rolling up in here
Dawn.
talking what you cook.
Listen, y'all, Melinda won't be here next week, y'all.
I'll be in Punta Cana.
Oh,
So
I can't come back.
Y'all gonna have me and the dynamic 113. Y'all will
It's
have
the roll.
DJ Nephew
Uh-oh.
and DJ
Calissimo.
Calissimo sitting in for the beautiful
Ooh, nice.
Melinda Santiago.
So it takes two dudes to come up.
I ain't coming back. It's going to be 3 dudes.
Oh,
Her,
3 dudes.
2
I'm sorry, I forgot to carry the 6.
Ursula, how can people reach you and
On
follow
social
you?
media.
On social media, I do Instagram, so you can follow me. I have 2 Instagrams. One is the professional one. It is called legally_URS, legally yours or ers, a play on my name.
Nice.
Oh.
Yeah.
You didn't know that, best friend?
You didn't know the best friend?
My best friend, how you know that?
See, best
I'm
friends
just saying,
ain't worth a
surprised.
damn
It's for the
now.
marketing.
You do it.
Right.
Okay,
And my
legally
okay, so it's legally_URS. That's my
Just smudge my
professional
black.
where I'm trying to give out business advice and help people, guide people through, the mental and emotional side of business as well as the legal side of it as well. Then I have Ursula You are Ursula underscore.
Are you sure?
ESQ.
Hold on, let me spell it for you.
So you can't make it too difficult. You can't
I need
find
for
it.
you to hush. It's URSULA underscore ESQ. That's where you'll find all the fun shit, okay?
She found it.
I
Jesus.
keep
Sean
it
Scott
real on
Jr.
that one.
Everybody knows it's D Scott Management on everything. Instagram.
Isn't there a
Do we spell out management all the way?
D Scott. Well, damn it, I don't know. It's D Scott Management. Fine.
Do we spell management all the way out?
No, MG, MT. Yeah.
See? And you talking about me. And you tried to clown me. She tried to clown me.
She's a hater.
Well, you know what? Damn it, I
She's
don't
a
have to give out
hypocrite.
my own social media.
Yes, you do.
Yes, you damn do.
It's D Scott _MGMT.
Okay,
Follow
thank you.
at the official playbook on Instagram, at the official playbook on Facebook. Follow at
that's
Melinda
hilarious.
Santiago everything and at santiagofirm.com.
This is hilarious.
Hilario.
Hilarious.
Mario.
Core DJ Hershey, everything. CORE DJ Hershey. You can find me on there. Kiss Radio. Please stay tuned to us.
At Kiss Radio.
At
Oh,
Kiss
and if you're in
Radio.
South Carolina on July 22nd, I will be at Hot 103.9.
Hey.
Hey.
103.9. Guys, listen to her. I'm telling you, Ursula has much needed information for the entertainment side of things. Yo, what y'all don't get.
Hey, all y'all
Understand.
artists out there
She
that
already
need that
know.
direction, follow her page.
Core
Follow
DJ
my page.
Hershey, one of the
Yep.
dopest DJs I know and been friends with for a long time.
She is
Long
pretty
time.
dope.
He's pretty dope.
Yeah, he
I'm
pretty
very
I'm
unique.
reevaluating our friendship.
And you're even more dope now that you're just like,
That made him like
yo,
super,
that just took you
like
all the way up here.
I'm there, right?
Listen,
And this was our topic a couple weeks ago about posting your significant other on social media. Do you do it? Do you guys do it?
It's not planned. It's never planned. It's not like an official, I am dating Vasir.
No. But like,
Are you guys-
do you do pictures together and on Instagram
oh yeah,
and all that?
because I seen it when you guys was at the rooftop.
But we have so much fun. It's crazy. She started a whole hashtag, My Life with Hershey. It's crazy. It's crazy. But, you know, I'm kind of loony too. But she is just as loony as I
But
am.
that was what I was
Listen, it takes
talking
a
about, the
crazy to
fun.
crazy.
Remember, I was talking about the
Yeah.
fun of having a relationship and having that banter and fun.
Now,
with
if
your
you're
I don't
around
care
July
how good
26th
we
at
are, how
Apache, you
good
can
we
find
vibing.
us
I ain't
citizen
putting your
person.
ass on it on
Can you
Instagram.
Yes.
Real quick, give that information out.
Yeah, real quick. July 26th is the Kiss Radio Show live experience. We got our format. Oh, sorry. Our format is supported for indie artists only to give that radio platform for you to perform. So Apache Cafe, July 26th. Kiss Radio Show. Myself, Vasir, Cornelius George, the comedian, and Truth Hurts. That's the Kiss Radio Show.
Truth Hurts on the Kiss Radio.
Yes.
Where'd you? I hate you.
I wish you were on
Y'all
this
be
side
there.
of the camera.
Every Thursday night.
When?
Thursdays.
When?
Thursdays.
What time?
9 p.m. Eastern.
Where at?
Here on Facebook Live, and starting August 2nd, we're going to go and shift over to the official playbook on Facebook. Catch us there
Melinda's
live.
kicking us off her page.
Yes. I'm not trying to get
Oh, wait a
in
minute.
jail no more.
I bet you. These
You
topics
in
I bet you
jail?
are.
What happened?
They
No,
always
she
stay.
stays in.
I stay
Listen,
in.
she's racially profiled. Anytime she plays
Latino
some
community
music,
and everything, they get me.
they get her.
Your shit been
She can
partially
hum.
muted. I'm like, come on,
She can
fam.
hum.
Oh, you over there copyright infringing.
No, I'm not.
Every her client.
If you mind goddamn clients. That's the shit.
She done
Do
picked
you
the
have-
track,
hold
wrote
on.
the track.
Not only
produced
are
the
they
track.
copyright infringed, not only my clients, I'm the executive producer on the damn project.
What do you should have said? I own these damn
I
rights.
do, and then they're like, okay, well, then they got to
Show,
do
prove
research,
it.
and then they keep me on block for like 6 months.
Yeah.
Wow.
They'll do that anyway.
They're haters. Oh, racist motherfuckers. Love you, Facebook.
She's in jail now.
Again, every
Listen.
Thursday night, with Dawn and myself, Thursday nights, 9 p.m. on the Playbook.
Melinda, I'm gonna miss you next Thursday.
No, you won't.
I'm not really, but you know, I thought I
This would
should.
be a guy's night out.
It would be.
Wow.
That means we're gonna have fun, boys. Yay!